fellow travelers, Mark here with Walter's World, and today we're in Calhoun, Georgia, and we're staying at Spark by Hilton. This is actually their more premium economy brand. It's a lot more affordable than going to like a Hampton Inn or something like that. But I've never stayed at one before, so this is going to be our first time. So let's have a review of the Spark by Hilton here in Calhoun, Georgia. Literally one exit past Buc-ee's if you're going to be stopping there in Adairsville, north of Atlanta. So let's go check it out. Hey there, fellow travelers, come on in and see our Spark room. And Spark is a bit sparse. However, I will say, I think it was $84 versus like $184 for the other hotels around here. Okay, so since it is a more budget-friendly one, that's not a lot of the thrill. So this is your storage area. Okay, they do actually have an ironing board here for you, so you see that. And there's a laundry service. However, they have guest laundry, so you can actually do your laundry when you're here, so that can be a nice budget option. Not a ton of space, but you have something here. Now, Jocelyn can let you know about this.
This is literally the smallest luggage rack I've ever seen in my life. But that's okay, because I have the smallest suitcase, so it'd be just fine. That's an under-seat roller fort. So like it literally fits under the seat of an airplane, and it just fits on that. It's hilarious. I'm sure it's on.
It's not just a luggage rack. Another important thing Jocelyn wants to mention is the mirror.
Yay, they have full-length mirror, always necessary in hotels.
Thank you, Jocelyn. Now, next thing, Liam, come around. I'm going to show you. You can control your own thing, and it can get that nice and cold on there or nice and hot. I will tell you, when we came in, it had not been on, so it was a little bit muggy in here when we got in. However, it's cooled off literally in like 5 minutes. It's completely cooled off, so AC works very well, which is really important here in Georgia. Now the beds, they're a bit soft, but you know.
Some people like soft.
Some people like soft beds. Jocelyn, I like sleeping on like a floor of bricks, but that's just me. But the beds are fine, actually. You have that. Now, under here, you do have a little fridge if you want, and let's say you can order from Grubhub or do other things, so you have that. There's also another little stool if you want to have a little kind of singing thing out there to hang out. You have that as well. So there's no like settee when you have like a Hampton Inn or something. In terms of the cooling thing, this does, ooh, look, if I had hair, you'd see what's blowing in the wind. You have that, but overall, you have a little desk area here for you to work. And our swag from Buc-ee's that we picked up, which is literally the next stop down the road. So that's really cool. Plenty of restaurants right nearby. If you want McDonald's or if you want to try something different, you go to Jack's, which is the Alabama chain. You can try that when you're there. Shout out to Matt Mitchell for hooking me on that one. But we're going to stay here for a bit. Now, there's not a ton of amenities. Okay, they do have breakfast, just a continental breakfast, but this is a budget-conscious place, and actually not too bad so far. Seems clean, so we're good there, but we'll let you know how it is after we sleep our night here before we get back on the road. There is only 2 floors, but there's an elevator to go between 2, so you'd have that. Very bare, think European kind of style hotels where it's bare bones. That's what you got when you're here. It gives you a bed. We slept very well, very quiet, very nice. So far so good. Now in terms of amenities, they do have a fitness center. They actually have up to 75-pound dumbbells. I mean, they got some legit dumbbells. You want to get a workout here. There's only one bench. They do have an elliptical and a treadmill here, and they do have some balls when you're done, you know, ball work, or you want to do some kettlebells. So they actually have dumbbell, like serious dumbbells. There's not a ton of space here, but at least they do give you extra towels if you want to work out. You can get some stuff when you are here, and there is water in here too, which is really cool. So I got to give them props for being very efficient in terms of what they have and affordable. They actually have some place where you can get a decent workout on if you know how to use your dumbbells and your balls and your kettlebells. Now breakfast is included, but it is very bare bones. It is literally bagels and cereal, and that's about it. There's some yogurts over here, but that's what you have. You're going to buy some stuff. They do have a shop over there you can buy things for, or with the microwave. So when you get a DiGiorno pizza if you're coming in late, you do have that. Now I know you might say, but Mark, I could just drive over through the parking lots, because look, our hotel's over there. I can drive to the parking lot to get to Jack's over here. Well, they actually have a curb here, so you can actually get through. So you'd be parking like at a KFC, and they might not like that. But there is Panda Expresses, Ruby Tuesdays, other restaurants right by there, so you do have that. But remember, Buc-ee's is open 24/7, so you get your brisket sandwich or the underrated chicken sandwich they have at Buc-ee's, just FYI. One thing I do want to note, I will say, of all the Hilton properties I've ever stayed in my entire life, this definitely had the smallest entry of any of them, but overall the staff was friendly when we checked in, so I can't complain about that. If you want to stay at other hotels at this exit, literally there's hotel, there's a Holiday Inn Express right behind here, so you do have a lot of options when you are here. Also, I will tell you, getting to here, it's not a straight turnoff. You got to go down the highway, so you got to go down the road and do a U-turn kind of by Jack's. So see the highway here, you got to go down there, then do a U-turn to get back in here. And you're going to need to know which turn in to go for, because it gets a little confusing to get back here. So do be aware of that. And if you want to go to Jack's, I don't know if you can see it, the Alabama, it's an Alabamian fast food joint. I would just walk there from here instead of driving, because literally to get there, you have to drive to the other side of the highway and then come back over. So getting here can be a bit confusing, but overall, good stay at a good price. Spark Hotels, where I stay here again. If I'm looking to save some money, yes. If I need some more amenities, maybe not, though that gym was very nice. But overall, for the stay we had, and I got to get my Buc-ee's t-shirt down the way, you could do a lot worse than being here. So what are some other hotels you want us to check out? I've never checked out a Spark before, but I know for affordable lodging, it's not too bad, to be honest. I mean, we slept really well. I mean, Jocelyn and Liam are still sleeping, and it's almost 9 o'clock because it was very dark and very quiet in there. So that was really cool. So yeah, I hope this helps you know a bit more about Spark by Hilton here in Calhoun, Georgia. Yep. So off to Jack's. Bye. Oh, there you go. There's the hotel.